And we're live.
Hey, we are live. So if you are joining us, we are super glad to have you. This is actually our third live event with Cornerstone, and we are so excited. We
Give me one
just want
second.
to up.
I got mute. That's my fault. I forgot to mute my laptop. Now go ahead.
Oh, okay. So we just want to give you guys an update on what's been happening since we became a permanent group. We started out as a 30-day challenge back in March, and it was super successful. We had a lot of good people. It was a challenge that had daily kind of personal growth challenges. Everybody had to take part, participate, give input, provide value. It was really great. So I think everybody got so much out of it. We decided to make Cornerstone a permanent fixture, and we are in month 2 of that, and I think it's going really well. What about you?
I think it is going extremely well, and I'm excited about the things that we're going to talk about tonight. And I would say probably most importantly is the conversations that have happened within the group, that I'm like the topics and how those conversations have built into formats of support, that I'm really excited to dive into those and into some of those. I think that's probably going to be my favorite.
Yeah, same. So when we kind of had this idea for Cornerstone, it was supposed to be this group for a family, a support system, but also something to challenge you both professionally and personally in your home life and your work life. And it has become that. We rely on each other every day. We share things. We are vulnerable with each other. Everybody provides really good feedback. And yet we still also challenge each other to think critically, to come up with new ideas and how to improve their life. So the sense of family that we have established has been like such a godsend, even to me as one of the co-hosts. Back, it's been 7 weeks now, my son had open heart surgery, and the support and the love that I felt during a time of like fear and stress and anxiety, PTSD, like the support that I got from everybody in the family of Cornerstone was just life-changing and comforting. And I think providing that to each other has been kind of the foundation of the group.
Yeah, I would 100% agree with that. And you're going to see me looking over here. I don't know why our chat isn't coming up on Restream, but it is coming up on my LinkedIn. So you're going to hear me holler at some individuals. We got Lou, we got Monica, we got AJ. Hey, thank you everybody for tuning in for this. It absolutely means a lot.
Yes.
So, and for those of you that are members of Cornerstone that are tuning into this, make sure you throw up some of your comments on some of the conversations, what has really impacted you during your time in Cornerstone, for sure. So going back to what you were talking about, that support, right? Going with when your son went through that, that time, and to be fair, still is, right? So that's that, having that support, having that network there, and watching, obviously from my side, watching what happened, and then watching the people come together around you. And Robin was going through something as well, right? She was going through a time of need and of surgery, and the bond that created simply through conversations of support, and how it grew and stacked and grew some more, right? And then when everything died down, the bond was even tighter. It was even stronger.
The bond was so tight. The bond with everybody was so tight. But Robin, really, she became like my spirit warrior. Like, I was connected to her during the whole time. She actually had surgery on the exact same day as my son, and that became just a way to have a bond. We check in with each other as much as possible. I feel like she'll be my family forever. I love her to death.
Yeah.
And I think
go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, but right there, right, that family. You mentioned family, right? That is exactly when we talked about Cornerstone, and we talked about you know, we talked about that 30-day challenge, and then bringing for people in for like a coaching challenge and things like that, and elevating not only their thought patterns, but how they're doing physically, all of those things. When it all got said and done, it was, hey, we want more of this. But what we really appreciated was being able to connect with like-minded individuals, being able to support one another on the journey through the entire process, right? From beginning to end. I can remember the group project in that challenge, right?
Yeah.
And,
Yes.
and how they tackled something together. Now what you're finding is, hey, please make sure we have this space. Okay, we hear you. We created the space, right? So when we see this, right, when we see that space is created, and then it gives people the opportunity to become more vulnerable, to open up, to go, you know
Right.
what, I think I can say this among what you said earlier, family.
It's beautiful. And, I really love what we've done, like to expand the group. We've come up with these small groups to have within the bigger group. So Trevor and I always tried to do our best to post something in a bigger, more broad group every day. But then we also have small groups. So we have like Faith that's run by Ken. We have Iron Will that's run by Rebecca Shocker. We have let's see, Relationship IQ with Veronica Knight. We have No Bullshit. Sorry for my language, but it's No Bullshit with Reed.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have Rising from the Ashes with Sam Sierra, and we have a couple others that we still need hosts for, like Financial Fitness and Business Leadership. So, and we are open to adding some more too. I think that's like a really cool thing that we have done. So not only do we get to have discussions on the broader kind of group, general mindset and like empowering, motivating, consistent kind of discipline type things that you can use in your daily life, but we have all of these others that are more specific to grow from as well.
Absolutely. And that right there, creating those small spaces, and then actually going in and grabbing people and saying, hey, do you want to lead this? You look like you would be perfect for this role. I'm going to pause right there. Thank you, audience, for letting us know that a lot of on Restream, the LinkedIn comments are not coming up. They're not popping up here. We see the YouTube. So Sam, welcome. John, yes, love you both. On the LinkedIn side, I'm going to scroll back real quick because I can see I've got my LinkedIn up. So we've got Keith, we've got Merson, we've got Monica, we've got Alex, we got John Doolin, we got Reed, and I'm going to read off some of these comments. So let's go back. Alex says, when I take the time to help someone on their journey, I highlight the phrase of new beginnings and new hope. Alex, I absolutely love that. 100%. John says, not shocked that this has turned into a huge success. Trevor brings relentless energy to everything. He makes everyone around him strive to be better. Jennifer is adding class and elegance to the warrior. That is absolutely 100% true. And John, much love. I am
Thank you, John.
Seriously, John, I'm going to say it. I would not be where I am today without you and your support and the round table. So much love, bro, for sure. Then we've got Reed. The best thing about Cornerstone is like everything in life, it all started with a foundation. You build a life to a relationship, a business on a solid foundation. And then you surround yourself with the people better than you, smarter than you, more talented than you. The old saying, shit rolls downhill. Well, with you two beautiful people, Trevor and Jennifer, greatness rolls down fucking hill.
I love that. I love it.
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back to this, right? So Reed hits like right in the teeth, and obviously I respond well to that. And so we have a spot in Cornerstone. One of the spaces is No Bullshit, right? And that was actually just created. And Jennifer, do you want to that was yours. Like you're like, hey, we need to bring this in. Elaborate a little bit more in that space.
Well, I just knew that we needed some space like that was really straightforward and blunt. And of course, there's no one better for that than Reed, because I love his approach. I love the way like you said, I love the way he like literally kicks you in the teeth and like wakes you up to all of the complaining or the negative thoughts or like anything that you are using as an excuse, he just wakes you up, and it's great. And I think everybody needs that kind of mindset approach in their life. Like it's really, really powerful.
100%, absolutely. Because you need to be able, like to your point, you need to be able to go in into a space, and folks, that is literally, when we're talking about Cornerstone, that's what this is. People are like, hey, is this business to business networking? No, it's not. This is a supportive community, right? So these are individuals that have come in from all walks of life. You've got coaches, right? You've got lawyers, you've got EMTs, you've got whatever it might, you have physical fitness trainers, you've got all different types of, you've got pastors, all different walks of life in here, right? Communicating with each other on not only their daily needs, wants in life, goals, but just the basic happenings of life. So if something hits them, they're like, you know what? I want somebody else's take on this. I want to have a discussion around this. They can go to whatever space there it might be to put that subject line in and start a conversation.
Yep.
And then what's beautiful about that is what builds from there is not only that communication, but the relationships, right? And to your point earlier, it just keep getting stronger.
I know, I love it. The impact that the family, like when we were creating Cornerstone, I didn't even realize the impact that the family aspect would have on me. Yeah. But I wake up every day and I'm excited to see what everybody is doing. I'm excited to see, to your point a second ago, one of the things that I love about it is that if I have something that I'm struggling with, or just like I want some different perspective on something, because I'm a kind of person who likes to see different opinions, different thought processes to different problems, or whatever is happening in life. And I think that's something that a lot of people enjoy. I love that. I love that part. And we trust each other, and we are not afraid to say anything. And also, I will say that it is the job of every member of Cornerstone to also participate and be a part of the conversation.
That's huge.
That's an important part.
It is an important part, right? And the reason for that, and so I'm gonna real quick before I elaborate on that. Brian Castro asked, "What's the topic here?" Brian, excellent question. We're simply talking about the supportive community that's been founded by Jennifer and I, called Cornerstone, and we're just kind of going over what has happened since the 30-day challenge, and then the actual founding of the supportive community. So we're just talking about some of the things that we've experienced, some of the small groups within, and some of the conversations that have happened with the people that have joined. So that's the topics. I appreciate the ask.
Yeah.
So going back to people being involved, right? That is why we have this community. There's people that may not be, I'll use this as an example, right? People learn in different ways. People are more comfortable expressing their opinions in different ways. Like some people like to talk, some people would rather text, some people would rather talk on the phone. Some people may have a question and they want to ask it within a smaller group, not like a broader spectrum, right? Cornerstone allows that bravery to happen. We've already seen it, and some of you warriors can chime in on this. We've already seen it happen where people have come out of their shell within Cornerstone because of the comfort level, because other people are willing to be involved in those conversations. So in a bigger forum, it might not happen, but in the smaller forum, in the smaller spaces, it does. And it's absolutely beautiful. And then that's supported, builds the individual's confidence. And they're like, you know what? I could probably express my opinion on a larger platform, right? That's just a small example of being involved in those conversations is so crucial.
It is. And people are asking questions that they wouldn't normally ask. I can say for me personally, I have come out of my shell. I know it may not seem like it on LinkedIn that I am in a shell, but I am a very introverted person. I know Reed would hate that I would say that right now, but making videos every day in Cornerstone that are longer and more maybe kind of rambly, as opposed to my LinkedIn videos, it has been really confidence boosting for me, just to know that I can do it. And I'm working up to larger goals, as far as speaking, like being able to talk to the people in our Cornerstone family is really, really huge for me. It gets me out of my shell.
You know, and not only that, but so on my end, on my side, and I'm going to read off some comments really quick, then I'll get to my side. So we've got Monica agreeing 100% right on the coming out of the shell, on the being brave and saying, look, guess what? I'm posting this today because I'm just doing it, right? I'm going to pull the trigger, right? You've got Sam saying, I love the conversation and growth that occurs. I just went through really, really tough stuff, and knowing that the Cornerstone fam is there, no judgment, and this is my favorite right here, no pity. Just no pity. Sam, love you for that. Like, I'm serious, like no pity, right? And that right there, having that conversation and knowing that you can just go, bleh, like you can just pour it out, and people are like, I'll pick it up, and I got you. We've seen this time and time again. Keith agrees with what Sam said. Richard says we are all in coaching. Many of us focus on different issues inside of it. Collaborating with each other gives us new insights and helps us reach new people. That is absolutely 100% correct. So
well said.
I'm going to pause on that for a second, right? The reaching new people, like we want Cornerstone to grow. So we've challenged the individuals within, hey, reach out to the people that you know. Say, hey, here is a supportive community, right? That you can find support in, that you can find peace in, that you can find growth, encouragement, enablement. Warriors just like you, they're like, you know what? What do you want to talk about? So many subjects, no matter what, I got you, right? I'm here.
Yep.
I'm going to go back to the no pity and no judgment. Just a place for you to be, to find peace, to grow, right? And to meet some warriors.
I love the no pity thing. I hadn't even thought of that, but it's so true. Thanks, Sam.
Yeah. Did you? Okay, so I got to read this. Sorry. Reed says, did you forget to flush the toilet this morning? Both of you are tremendous orators. He says, fuck introversy. It's not you, Jen. So I was waiting for the call out, but there it is.
I was for sure. I knew that it was going to happen.
So Lou says, Matthew 25:35, for I was hungry and you gave me food. I was thirsty and you gave me drink. I was a stranger and you welcomed me. No doubt strength comes in numbers. Dude, preach. Like that is amazing, Lou. And by the way, Lou, you should join Cornerstone.
You really should. We would love to have you.
We'd love to have you. And this is, Monica, yes, I'm so glad she brought this up. Accountability, right?
Yes.
There is, and I'm gonna speak on it real quick. Then Jennifer, I'll hand it over to you. There is so much accountability here within Cornerstone. So let's say I'm struggling with something. I drop it in there. People will say, "Have you done this? Have you tried this?" But here's what's beautiful about it. You'll go back 2 days later and somebody is still in there talking about, hey, I'm checking up on you. Did this happen? Where are you? Right? You said you said mentally you're right here. It wasn't a great day. What did you do to come back up? I'm following through. I'm here with you.
Yeah, I totally agree. I actually just made a post in the group yesterday about accountability. And, Keith brought up a really good point about how we should really, truly, like, foundationally be accountable to ourselves. And that's definitely the truth. But I do like having accountability. I don't like to call them partners, but people that are in your circle that hold you accountable to the things that you say you're going to do for yourself. Yeah. I like to be pushed. And I like to push people to do their best too. So that's kind of what that's about. I will also say that within the Mighty app, which is what we use as the platform for Cornerstone, you can also private message people to kind of check in on them too. I like that as well.
Absolutely. 100%. That is a key factor. I've talked with a couple of individuals through that, like kind of segueing off of one of the major conversations, like, hey, this kind of pinged me. You okay? Checking in, right? And here's the other thing that I love about the group. When people start to go silent, oh man, the crowd comes out and goes, hey, checking on you. Where are you at? Are you here?
Yes. Yes. I can think of a couple times that happened and people actually got worried. Like actually worried.
So you know that there's love there, there's support, there's care. Tom says, I'm sure both of you realize mentoring others helps you grow through their process too. Tom, like, I could not agree more. Like, there are so many conversations that I've read, and I'm going to use Rising from the Ashes. Sam Sierra leads our Rising from the Ashes group. And there's so many things that I have read and then reread that I've taken a screenshot of. I'm like, I need to save that. You know, the way that she comes across and how she delivers that message comes back, and you're thinking one thing, and she's like, hey, what about this? What if you thought about it this way and tried it this way? And I'm going, yeah, yep. Like, I didn't even think about the first time through, let alone the second. And this just hit me right here. Right. So like that, I absolutely love.
I absolutely love Sam's approach as well. Like, like if I say something that I think is like, okay, this is how I think about this, she will definitely come back with a different perspective. But yeah, it's like her delivery of it is so good and so on point. Like, I love her perspective.
Hands down. Keith said, or Alex says, I co-lead a men's group at Church Weekly. Alex, that is awesome. That's not an easy job. That is not an easy job. So, like, congratulations, proud of you for doing that, right? For taking on that endeavor. Keith says there is a balance to that accountability where it is wonderful to know that there's a support system as well behind you for when that slip inevitably happens, which has happened for me in Cornerstone. So I'm going to combine that with, I think Monica earlier said something about real and raw. That right there, folks, like that vulnerability, him opening up right there and saying that slip up happens and Cornerstone is there, right?
Yeah, I love that. And also about Monica. Monica is someone who is probably, like, I would consider her like, you know how like classrooms have like the classroom mom? That's her. She is like our cheerleader. She's there to motivate us every single day. She's not hosting a small group, but she is all over, like, lifting us up every single day and every single night. That is something that I love.
If we created a space, it would probably burn, baby, burn, and just put through it like Monica's. You absolutely heard the daily post, the word, and I will say this, Monica, ever since, well, I don't know. I think for me, Monica has been with me on LinkedIn before RMF. I think it was Trevor Martin Leadership Coaching, and it was just starting. And she was one of the, I call them the original pirates, you know, behind that pirate flag, right? So Monica has been there. And Monica has been, I've had many discussions where she's like, hey, look, Trevor, that numbers game on LinkedIn, you don't need to post all the time, right? That you gotta relax, buddy. So to your point, that support also combined with that knowledge and then the fire, because y'all, if you haven't connected with Monica, you need to do it, because and her stories will just blow your mind and you will go, how does she do it? And she brings that fire daily to the group. And it is amazing. Absolutely amazing.
It's so good. If you're listening, thank you. I love you.
Yeah.
I can't see any of the chat or anything, so.
I know, I'm keeping up on it. Let me scroll down a little bit. Yeah, the last thing Alex says, I want to add as I co-lead the men's group, I've been helping so many different men. One gentleman had severe alcohol addiction. He recently made the ultimate decision on getting baptized. So I'm going to use that in a segue, or I'm going to kind of go to Cornerstone, right? The support, right? Supportive community. That is what this is. So for individuals like Alex, for individuals that are looking for a place where there's like-minded individuals that do the exact same thing, that go to war for other people on the daily, that are there, right, to support them on the daily, that is exactly what this place is and what it was designed for and what it will continue to be.
Right. We want to grow it. We want to expand our family. We want to eventually do retreats and conferences. That's what we see in our future. We want to be in person with each other. But it's just been a really beautiful experience, and we can't wait to see what it does over this first year and then moving further into the future.
Yeah, absolutely. So we wanted to, I'm going to kind of do some closing comments here where we wanted to keep it around half an hour. We're at the 24-minute mark. We wanted to kind of be, cognizant of people's time, people's evening here. We want to keep it at the half an hour mark. We just wanted to simply update you on some of the things that were happening within Cornerstone, some of the spaces that are provided, and what we want to see here in the future. So I'm going to stop talking after this next statement, but this is what Cornerstone means to me. It is family to the very letter. And I cannot get Sam's words out of my head once again. Thank you, Sam. Right. When he says no pity. I want to be able to talk with humans and individuals that are like, you know what? You're not looking at this right. You might need to come correct on some stuff. It goes back to that accountability. And there's people within the community that will do that. There's also people within the community that will know when you are on tilt, that can say, hey, something seems a little off. And it provides an outlet. It provides some place for you to speak your voice. No judgment.
Right.
Simply let it go. And that for me, and what I deal with, that is huge. Jennifer?
That is really huge. I don't think I can top what you just said, but I will just kind of recap a little bit in a couple sentences. Cornerstone is a family. It's a support system. It's a place of, like you said, no judgment, no pity, but also a place that will push you to do better in your professional life, in your home life, and in your personal relationship with yourself. And we will push you. You guys will push each other, and you will always be better every single day. We are there to listen. We are there to provide. And I think we've said this before, this is not like the Trevor Jennifer show. It's like, it is a round table.
Absolutely. Absolutely. When you talk about it, that whole round table, and John, I know you're a huge fan of that, those words, but that's what that's seriously, that's what it is. Like, everybody in that community we have each other's back, and it continues to grow. It continues to strengthen. That bond continues to build. So I'm going to say this before we close this bad boy out. There's Tom says, hey, what can we do to support you? I'll tell you, if you are interested in joining Cornerstone, you just simply got to reach out to, you can see the people here in the chat. There's several members here. You can reach out to them, or you can reach out to myself or Jennifer, and we will get you hooked up. We'll get
Absolutely.
you into Cornerstone. The other thing is, if you're not interested in Cornerstone, that's fine. A way that you can support this idea is simply by being supportive for other warriors out there, other people that are striving to just simply make progress, whether it be personally or professionally. Be supportive of those individuals, right? Don't take no shit, but seriously, be supportive. That's how you can support this idea. There are several ideas out there very similar to this. There's several people that are trying to form places and communities for people to feel valued. Not one is better than the other. And we obviously support and we celebrate those individuals that are trying to do that as well. That is how you can support this idea. We've got AJ says, hey, thank you guys for the enthusiasm. Keep up the great work. AJ, thank you very much for that.
Thank
Love
you.
that you're here almost every time, brother.
Yes, he is.
And then let me see here. We've got Lou says, thank you so much for providing more insight into what Cornerstone is all about. My intuition has been very strong from the start. You are a great organization and are making a huge difference in many people. God bless all of you. So that was awesome. Thank you very much for this. The round table, John says, I did not know this. The round table was born from an idea. Mike Schnatt. I love Mike, and I hope Mike is here tonight, but I don't know if he is. Mike, if you are, I love you. Mike Schnatt brought to me another example of a great supportive community. Absolutely. That's exactly what we're talking about, John, right? Other communities that are like-minded, right? You've got to find your fit. and I mean this. If Cornerstone isn't your thing, find a place that is, because what it can do for you growth wise, priceless.
Right. And at the end of the day, that's what this is all about anyway. This is about finding people who you can have real discussion with in a world that is shied away from having discussions, and that it's become very offensive and overly sensitive, where people just don't talk. This is a place or an idea, not even, like you said, it doesn't have to be Cornerstone. Find a tribe that you can have and experience unity with and discussion.
It's like Sam says, you've got to find your people, right? You said find your tribe. David says, where can I get more information on Cornerstone? David, you can actually, there's actually a Cornerstone on LinkedIn that if you do at Cornerstone, you'll be able to find our logo our page. But more specifically, reach out to Jennifer or myself, and we will get you more information on Cornerstone. 100%. Keith says, oh, never mind. I should have read ahead. Keith says, David, I'd be happy to provide insight. So Keith, we're going to let you take care of that one. David and Keith meet each other.
Yep.
David, hopefully welcome to Cornerstone. Fran says, good evening. Franz, welcome. We're actually just getting ready to sign off, but please make sure that you watch the replay if you just joined, and we're glad that you're here.
Yes, so glad you're here.
On the YouTube side, we've got Light Warriors for Life. Support is critical for everyone's light to keep shining, for the world is brighter with them in it. That is a perfect statement.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Absolutely. Support is critical for everyone's light to keep shining, for the world is brighter with them in it. That pretty much sums this whole thing up with a nice bow.
Exactly. That's beautiful.
It is. Okay. Well, hey, everyone. I'm going to go ahead and say good night. Jennifer, any last words?
No, but thank you guys so much for attending and seeing what we're about. We'd love to keep the conversation going. So just thank you so much.
Absolutely. We are going to be doing this probably. We're talking about doing it every month or maybe every 2 months. We haven't decided yet. We're going to see. But if you are interested in Cornerstone, please reach out to there's several individuals like in the chat that you can reach out to, or you can reach out to Jennifer or myself. But once again, thank you for being here, and much love, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.